Let's talk about butter. Okay, we use a lot of butter here at the Pie Commission, and my boss goes out and buys 1,000, 2,000 pounds at a time. So this is one of those inventory items that affects my base recipe and my menu recipes. Now I have this price highlighted here only because of the fact that my boss was the one who updated that price, and he saw immediately how that price change affected everything on his menu. That is real power to know that as an owner, manager in your business. And once he did that, he really sort of discovered, how valuable this system could be. And I'm just going to show you a quick glimpse of our internal Slack page here, but you can see that he wrote butter up to $3.75 now, increases pastry costs from 51 to 53 cents. Love that spreadsheet. That's my boss. That's the owner of this business. He now realizes how valuable having a food cost system in place with up to the minute inventory and invoice changes represented in every menu item, how valuable that is. Now, I did notice that although exciting to start, there's been a lack of participation in this group in terms of, questions and probably getting your own system set up. But I'll tell you, it's basically a copy and paste thing. You just have to download these spreadsheets and get started. And once you get started, I feel that it's much easier to, adapt it to your own business and make it work for you because it's very flexible. And, that's what this group is for, to help each other work on their food cost systems, but also it's adding to your value as a professional. And I really think that's very important because, this is the type of skill that, let's say you're going into an interview or you're looking for a new opportunity, you bring this to your first presentation, man, you are right up there, because this is the kind of information that anybody making an investment in a new establishment, new restaurant, facility, they're going to want to know that not only are you sensitive about pricing and costs, but you are right on top of it. You are at the leading edge. Now, that doesn't mean that, your current place or any potentially new place doesn't have food cost software. I'm suggesting that you do this for yourself, because subscription or point of sale integrations that a company may have are expensive, and the company's tied in. There are a lot of solutions out there, but that doesn't go with you. And what I have found, even when there are systems in place, a lot of the people who working or the management group within that company, they're not following up on it. They're not maintaining it. As a chef or an independent, it is most advantageous for you to have your own system with recipes and costs. So even though I'm building this for one restaurant, I can take that information, especially my invoicing, bring it right to another restaurant and just start adding in new recipes. Or I can take recipes from place to place or share them with other professionals. However you use it, you created it, so it's yours. It also creates a huge advantage for you when you're starting a new position, because you can bang out your numbers very quickly. It takes a huge load of pressure off because, no one's playing the guessing game. You know to a penny what your costs are. The hardest part, of course, is starting. And so a couple of tips that I have: you can just start small, start incrementally, add 5 inventory items a day. It's very easy. You could probably do that in 10 minutes. Add 1 recipe a day. There are a lot of people who cook for a living who just might be interested in this stuff, and possibly even outpace yourself in terms of keeping it up to date. So just do the math. Your menu will be fully costed out in a few weeks. Then it's only maintenance after that, or, adding new items like specials. Once you get started, it becomes an everyday part of your job. And remember, if you have any questions, just post them, and I'd love to help you get started.